Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome to another live stream. Glad to have you guys here on an amazing Saturday evening. Glad to have everybody here. Hope you all are doing great out there. Let's go ahead and see who we have ourselves in the chat for today. We got Catman, we have Griffin, we have Legacy, Broccoli, Kim, we have Cheesy, we have Joey. What's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see here. Wonder if we're getting any snow here soon. Possibly, Kim. We'll have to see about that upcoming system we're going to talk about here in a minute. Let's see here. We got Kala. Let's see here. Just in time to dance for the music. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Roadster Jim's here. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing all right. We got Julie. What's up, Julie? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, my friends, yeah, welcome everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. But we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. Typically, the way we do things, is we look at the current conditions first. Obviously, it's good to understand what's happening right now before we dive into the future. But right now, we are seeing the remainder of that jet bringing a bunch of precipitation across the south. Like I said, it's definitely been good news because those people out there, those people out there definitely needed all of that, precipitation overall. But yeah, we also got this little system that's starting to develop down here towards southern Texas, and this is actually forecasted to bring quite a bit of precipitation out there towards Louisiana. So we'll have to look out there, not just Louisiana, but also like Texas's coast, also there towards Mississippi, Alabama. We're going to talk about the accumulations here in a minute because, we're actually talking a pretty decent amount of rainfall. Got a little bit of thunderstorm activity out there by me today, actually popping up for once, but a little bit of thunderstorm activity towards Central Florida. But other than that, it's a little quiet. A little bit of system, popping up across the Midwest. It also looks like a little bit of snow up there towards northeastern, I'm gonna say Montana. Let's see here, Minnesota. Then of course we have northwestern United States Pacific Northwest. We got a bit of precipitation across those upper elevations, and that's about it. Anyways, let's see here. How's Indiana looking? Right now, Indiana's pretty clear. Not a whole lot going on towards Indiana. Like I said, we had that little system rolling through the Midwest right now, but, probably won't see much of anything out of that. What's up, Team M? Saying hello from Canada. Welcome. Hello from the States. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Legacy says it was low 60s today here. Tomorrow is 67. It was really hot today. Where I'm at, it was really, really, really hot in Florida today. Let's see here. Remarkably Average Jane says hi from New York. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. I'm watching for severe weather in Texas next week. We'll see. We'll have to see. Yeah, that next system that we're going to be talking about here, depending on the mode, obviously we are seeing a big trough dip down in the country, which, a big trough is a big dip in the, the jet stream, which is a low pressure system, which very well, a pretty decent sized one could be spawning next week, which could have some winter concerns, maybe. Still not for sure. Some winter concerns, maybe some severe weather. We'll dive into that here later on in this live stream. Let's see here. When will it stop raining in upstate South Carolina? So you're still getting a few showers, but when it comes to it ending, well, it doesn't look like it's ending until like tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening maybe. Let's see here. Sarah says hello from Cincinnati. What's up, Sarah? Hope you're doing good. Jeff says, hey, Andrew. What's up, Jeff? Hope you're doing good as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive on into the models, my friends. We're going to take a look here, first of all, regarding the rainstorm across the southeast. Then we'll dive into other things like snowfall. And, of course, we'll slowly work our way up there towards the tropics and everything like that. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So this is the NAM 3K model. This is the relatively short-range model overall. But look at that. So out there towards the west, you can see this big blob of precipitation that's going to be rolling through. This is another system that we need to watch out for. We're actually going to hop to NAM 12K because this goes down a little bit further in time. Let's see here. We'll drop down to here. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna hold on GFS there. But yeah, look at that. A big amount of precipitation rolling its way through here. This is for the evening of the 13th. So basically for the day after tomorrow, we'll be getting a lot of precipitation across Louisiana, rolling its way towards Mississippi here for the morning of the 14th, Alabama too, and across the southeast. It even looks like Florida might even get a bit of precipitation out of that. So we'll have to see. It will be a centralized low pressure system, meaning it will have relatively decent organization. Overall, it is not a tropical system. Let me tell you that it is not a tropical system overall. So keep that in mind. But we do have a tropical system we need to look out for. We'll talk more about that, obviously, later on. Let's see here. Can I check Northern Illinois when we have time? Yeah, I can do that real quickly. But anyways, but yeah, so that's what's going on there, my friends. We have that big, that big moisture kick across portions here of, the southeast. We'll get into the accumulations here in a second. And of course, here down in time, we have a little bit of, more snow, more precipitation out there across Pacific Northwest here for the 13th. Bit of a system. That's going to be kind of a common scenario here. Across the west is more precipitation overall. But anyways, but yeah, out there towards Illinois, though, Jeff, for you, whenever it comes to it, you are stuck in high pressure, my friend, which means that you are going to be in some pretty clear conditions, at least for the next three or so days. So it looks like you're probably going to be in some pretty calm conditions for the next several days. So, not too worried about it overall. But anyways, but yeah, so that's for your region. But then, of course, we have that next system. We'll have to see how that plays out. We'll dive into that here in a minute overall. But yeah, so that's that, my friends. So yeah, once again, we get this big moisture kick across the south, but starting really here for the actually, this is really starting to kick off through Texas here, pretty much for the afternoon, evening tomorrow is when it's going to really start here, really roll through Louisiana at its peak. Right around the evening of the 13th, and then, like I said, obviously kind of track away across the southeast. But let's go ahead and move our way into the overall rainfall accumulations. That's what I really want to show you guys about is the overall expectancy regarding rainfall accumulation, because it's going to be pretty solid. I'm not going to lie with y'all. We are seeing a really solid chance for some pretty decent amount of accumulation out there. Let's see here. So we got let's actually do Weather Prediction Center forecast out there. Here we go. This is what we did look at. All right, let's go and hop away to the full screen so you guys can see this a little better. But here we go. So this is the official forecast from the Weather Prediction Center. So this is the overall expectancy, the overall forecast here. So when it comes to it, though, like I was explaining earlier in the video, if you guys did watch that, you'll see that I talked about, a lot of these areas, out there towards coastal Texas. We have, central, southern portions of Louisiana. We got southern Mississippi. We're talking 2 to 3 inches of rainfall over the next 3 days or so across these regions, which that is a lot of rainfall. And, when taking a look at the drought monitor, we've been monitoring that for the last while, forever, basically. Louisiana, a lot of these places are actually relatively dry. So this will definitely help ease the drought a little bit. Now, according to the Weather Prediction Center forecast, there is a possibility that some of those really far south areas out there towards extreme south central Louisiana could peak up to maybe 4 inches. We'll have to see how that plays out, but it seems like a possibility. That it does. So we'll definitely need to be monitoring this. So it's good. So obviously, if you guys live out there towards Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, y'all have a bit of a system that's rolling through. For the southeastern United States here, let's go ahead and remove that little area. We are going to be seeing, it go basically as far to the east for the most part over the next 3 days, 72 hours. So that's working 3 days out from now. The edge of precipitation will be across portions here of the panhandle of Florida as well. So that's what's going on there regarding the accumulation. So like I said, once again, y'all down in the south, we got ourselves a good amount of precipitation rolling through here, so you guys definitely need to watch out there for that. Same thing for the west, actually. We have ourselves, a decent amount of moisture that's going to be rolling in through those regions there. So obviously, we could be seeing a good amount of precipitation in those regions. Anyways, let's see here. Cassandra says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, any rain that happened yesterday was so early in the morning that it was before I woke up. We got a little bit of rain here, too, yesterday. It was nothing measurable for the first time in forever. Yeah, Florida's been very dry, too, unfortunately. My friend in Louisiana just left for dinner near New Orleans. Mr. Andrew, let's see, how's the weather for Baton Rouge? So, yeah, so out there, like I said, in Louisiana, we got a lot of rain heading that way, okay? Like I said, we got a lot of rain, potentially between 2 and 3 inches for the most part. So, obviously, if you introduce a lot of rain in a short period of time, it does throw the possibility for flooding concerns. which I definitely think that, flooded roadways, just overall flood conditions will be a good possibility, in which you need to watch out for that. If you live out there in those regions there, once again, central, southern Louisiana, I mean, not even just those regions, southern Mississippi and coastal Texas, I mean, you guys are dry as well. And, if you introduce a lot of rain in a short period of time, it can cause some big flooding problems, which I think is going to be a good possibility. So just make sure that you are prepared for that. But anyways, guys, well, we're going to work our way up here to the northwest here. We're basically kind of looking at some of the same stuff we were looking at in the video, just more of an updated version of things, I should say. But whenever it comes to the overall probability, we're going to hop over here to the expected snow through the next 48 hours. Now, I tell you what, guys, there is going to be a pretty solid shot at seeing maybe even up to a couple of feet of snow. Some areas here over 2 foot across portions of north central portions of Washington State out there towards those upper elevations over the next 2 days, which obviously the next 3 days is going to be driving more snow, but for the next 2 days, we possibly could be seeing nearly 1 to 2 feet across some of those peak mountaintops. So if you live out in the really high elevations there, out there towards north central Washington State on those mountain ranges, you're expecting a lot of snow. So prepare for that. And of course, you can also see out there towards northwestern Montana here, northwest Montana, northern portions of Idaho. We actually are seeing a bit of precipitation rolling out in these regions well, which we will be seeing. Maybe some snowfall. Who knows? Maybe up to half a foot across some of those regions there. Not as much, obviously, as we are expecting out there towards, not as much as we are expecting out there towards, Washington State, per se. But it definitely is a little bit of something. Now, I do want to work your way over here to the Midwest because this has been popping up here for a little bit. I saw this morning, too. I did not mention this on the video. But there is a little chance for maybe a little bit of accumulation, maybe a little bit of snow accumulation out there towards north central Wisconsin, maybe in there towards western, upper state Michigan. So look out there for maybe an inch, maybe 2 at most. This is over the next 48 hours. Remember, this is over the next 48-hour accumulation here regarding snowfall. So just a little bitty pocket there, just a little bit of precipitation, a little bit of snowfall. Accumulation could be possible out there, and across most of the other country, you can see blank canvas. It is pretty clear for the most part. But so between all that rain over the next little bit across the south, obviously we have ourselves a lot of the like I said, we have all that precipitation across the south. We got ourselves a bit of snow rolling up across the northwest. That is something to keep an eye out there for overall. No ice in the forecast. Winds, I will tell you this, actually. Look at this. So across portions out there towards the northwest, out there towards Montana, we're talking some really, really strong winds out there as well, good potential. Well over 50, 60 plus miles an hour across some of those upper elevations could be possible. So this is over the next 24 hours, or the next day, obviously. So expect some pretty windy conditions out there, being a good probability overall. And of course, back here to the main country, it's not too windy across a lot of the main U.S., but it's going to be a little windy across areas out, in the northern plains, central plains, northern plains. Like I said, obviously we have the Midwest there, maybe upper Ohio Valley out there towards Michigan. Could be impacted there with a little bit of gusty conditions. Out there towards Wisconsin, maybe even getting up to 30 plus mile an hour wind gusts. Just a little bit of windy conditions out there. I just thought I'd mention that overall. Let's see here. What's up, Catman? Hope you're doing good. I'm going to Washington for a field trip for school in April. Nice, Oliver. Enjoy. Let's see here. Not YouTube telling me to start an hour ago. No, YouTube's been glitching. Yesterday, whenever I did a live stream, it said that I've been live for 4 hours when I was only live for like 30 minutes, I think. 45 minutes, or at the time I looked at it, which was really weird. Really, really weird. Let's see here. What's up, Kala? I think I already said hello to Kala, but anyways. But hope you're doing good, guys. But all right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and hop our way into the models. We're gonna take a look here at some of the next big stuff. Actually, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna toggle dark mode, and we're gonna go back to full screen. So let's go ahead and do some comparison, y'all. We're gonna take a look here what we looked at in the main video. Like I said, we're gonna take a look at the troughs. Where the low pressure systems are forecasted to be. So we got the GFS. GFS is going to be on the left side, and the ECMWF, which is the European model, is going to be on the right side. So you got the American model over here. You got the ECMWF, the European model over here. I'll do American. Let's see here. Here. That's very, very bad. But there's American and, Europe over there. Anyways. So American over here, European over here. So right now, like I said, we have zonal flow, basically just a solid jet stream, just going right across the country, not really doing too much of anything. But then look what happens. Like I said, we work our way down in time here. We get ourselves a big old trough, huge trough. It's kind of hard to see because my fat head gets in the way of the GFS there, but it does show the same thing that the ECMWF is showing, is a really, really big trough. Now, this is for the time frame of the 13th. This is here for basically day after tomorrow. This is showing for 7 p.m., day after tomorrow. So, relatively in the close range, okay? Big old dip in the jet stream here. A little bit of ridging across the central country. High pressure across those regions. It's going to be a little warm, actually. It's going to be a little warm during these time periods. So, expect a little bit of warm conditions out there towards the majority of the central country, southern country. Obviously we have that bit of ridging, which is going to be pretty nice conditions and, relatively warm for the most part. But then we work our way down in time here. Like we mentioned in the video, we're going to get that trough detach type of mode here. So, like I said, we call this a long wave trough. Basically a trough, a big dip in the jet stream that's connected to the main line of the jet stream. And like I said, we call it a short wave trough, which is basically disconnected. So you can really see how this is really kind of disconnected there from the ECMWF, or sorry, the GFS, and the ECMWF has it somewhat still attached, but we get this little shortwave trough out there off the west coast. But then look closely, look at this. This is the big storm system we need to look out for. See that big dip in the jet stream right across the northern country? On both models. Remember that. This is on both main models. So there is a lot of consistency here. A big old dip in the jet stream. Now, this is going to be taking place here basically for the, for the 16th, rolling its way through the 16th here, through the 17th, through the 18th, through the 19th, and into the 20th, basically moving out there towards the 20th, which, there could be all kinds of problems regarding that. For one, there could be a possibility out there, maybe regarding the main concern of, some winter weather. With that big dip in the jet stream, could bring some winter weather up there towards the north. Could be a possibility. And what I'm also looking out there for is that sometimes when you have setups like these, you possibly could see even severe thunderstorms. Now, I'm not too confident on the fact that, we're going to get severe weather out of this here yet. We'll have to watch out for it. We'll actually look in this live stream here. I think I might even be able to add, let's see here. Give me 1 second. We're going to see if we can pull up the instability out there. I'm just curious to see if there's going to be enough instability. Let's see, we have surface cape here. That's going to be good enough for the most part here, showing it. But let's see here. So it looks like, honestly, at least from the GFS regarding surface cape, it does not seem to be that much instability in the atmosphere. So that could be a sign that severe weather not be a main concern. But that does lead to, like I said, possibly even winter concerns, which I would definitely look out there for. Yeah. At the time being here, it does show a little bit of instability, possibly working its way towards like Texas and all, but that's just one model's opinion. But we'll have to see how that plays out there overall. But anyways, we're gonna work our way back over here to back to the jet stream, regarding the where the low pressure systems are at. So like I said, big old dip here in the jet stream we got to really look out there for. Then according to both models, actually, we have ourselves, possibly, this is pretty far down in the range, but a secondary trough, maybe driving some more crazy weather, could be a possibility. And like I said, it's not just the GFS that supports that. It's also the European model there, too, in which you can actually see. So obviously we have our first system, the first dip in the jet stream. That's going to be our first storm system, and a much larger, look at that. Really, really deep trough, according to the ECMWF, which, once again, could be bringing some problems out there. So we'll have to see how that plays out there. We'll definitely need to be, we'll definitely need to be looking out there, my friends, and we'll keep an eye on it overall over the next several days, and we'll just continue to give you guys, obviously some more information on it. But I do want to take a look here really quickly before we move on to the tropics regarding the tropical system that we need to be paying attention to. Let's see here. Stacy coming in with a $5 support. Thank you so much, Stacy. Very sweet of you, saying just because you said the words winter weather, my favorite time of the year. Well, thank you, Stacy. That's very sweet of you. Much appreciated. Big old shout out goes to you. Thank you very, very much. That is, once again, very, very sweet of you. Thank you super, super, super much. Greatly appreciated. But let's see here. So according to the models, like I said, this is still a little early for me to look at, but it does show a pretty nasty cyclone forming here. I mean, we're talking pressure down possibly even in the 970s at some point. You know, we're getting a pretty nasty storm system rolling through across the country here. You know, I would even tell you that this thing will be probably a pretty windy event overall. Now, you know, this is still, you know, a couple days out, still several days out, so I'm not confident on who's going to see snow, if we're going to see much snow, or, you know, who's going to see the potential for severe weather. Stuff like that I'm still not sure on, because we still need to figure out, you know, exactly the track of the central low and all that stuff. But what we do know is that there is a big dip in the jet stream, which that is basically crazy weather setup. So we'll need to look out there for that. But once again, Stacy, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. Once again, that's very, very sweet of you. Let's see here. That is probably one thing I can guarantee you that will likely happen is some pretty gusty winds. Let's see here what's going on out there. I mean, because anytime you have a really massive storm system like that, oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. This is showing those winds. Wow. Showing those winds gusting up nearly like 50 knots, which that would be like literally 55 miles an hour, which that's pretty crazy. There's definitely some pretty gusty winds. But, yeah, you can see how the winds really amplify across the, across the eastern, kind of northeast quadrant of the country overall. So we'll have to see that. Let's see here. Any chances for rain this week in Tampa, says Black Label? So, for us out here, I guess, you know, because I'm actually in the same area for the most part, a little east of Tampa, personally. But when it comes to it, we are having a little bit of thunderstorm activity actually popping off today. And, you know, honestly, it looks like, you know, we might be getting a little bit of precipitation down in time. Let's say with that big system we're going to be seeing, obviously kick up a lot of rain across the, the southern plains out there towards the south, southeast, specifically for places like Texas, Louisiana, we got Mississippi, Alabama, those regions out there. Yeah, we're going to be seeing, a good amount of rain for those regions, but it does show that Florida, as you can see, could get a little bit of precipitation out of that system. So, yeah, could be something to watch out for. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Definitely need it down here too. Definitely, we definitely do need it out there as well. Let's see here. In Tennessee, it doesn't take much snow to close school. That's how it was in Virginia when I lived there. We've had days off in half-inch snow before. Let's see here. I thought schools don't close but go virtual snow days. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Crystal says, "Hi, Andrew. What's up, Crystal? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here." But anyways, my friends, well, we're going to go ahead and hop our way over here to the, tropics, my friends. I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious on what's going on out there, so let's go ahead and hop our way over here to the tropics. We got a lot of information rolling through, including a new update here from the Hurricane Center. Pretty big one, too, actually. So, when we first started monitoring the system, overall for the development chances, the Hurricane Center had a 20% chance of formation through the next 7 days, but now we're rocking a 40% chance. This morning when I made that long video, we were talking an overall probability of tropical formation clocking in at 30% chance probability, and now we're talking a 40% chance of tropical probability. And when we look at the models, you guys are going to see something pretty interesting. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. We are going to see ourselves something pretty interesting out there. But yeah, first of all, the National Hurricane Center, obviously based out in Miami, they issued a 40% chance probability of tropical development over the next 7 days. Okay, so over the next 7 days here overall. So we'll have to see how that plays out there. But anyways, so formation chance for the next 7 days, medium. 40% formation chance for the next 48 hours, so the next 2 days. We're not expecting it to develop in the next 2 days overall. So, like I said, formation here over the next 7 days is going up. Like I said, definitely is picking up a bit of intensity out there. But anyways, let's go ahead and work our way over here to the models, y'all. We got a bit to talk about here, okay? So we're gonna start off here with the latest GFS. So the GFS does something pretty funky in the latest run. Really doesn't know when to get its act together here overall. But anyways, yeah, when it comes to it there, the GFS still has this thing popping off here, still as a potential tropical system, obviously driving near the Caribbean, really starting to get its act together here basically for the 17th, which is still, about, like 5 days away at this point because today's pretty much over. But yeah, we'll have to watch out there for that. But here's what I really wanted to show you guys is regarding the ECMWF. Now, the ECMWF has gotten pretty interesting, and actually is starting to kind of pick up on possible strengthening later on down in the model. As you can see here, we have that central low that just kind of sits over there towards Central America or the southwestern, Caribbean Sea popping off out there. Also, according to the ECMWF, I wanted to mention is this system possibly another overall system here, which is really interesting, which is really, really interesting. So that could be another storm to watch. I'm not too confident on it, obviously. It's just something we'll have to watch out for. It's actually the remains of that, of that system we're about to get across Texas, the one that's going to be driving all that rainfall. Apparently, it just kind of hugs the coast here, which is really interesting. It kind of does something like this, as you can see. It literally like hugs the coast there overall, but according to the ECMWF, that system has a shot at turning into something, maybe obviously subtropical more than likely. But it's definitely pretty interesting out there. But it really wouldn't cause any main problems, I don't think, because it's going to be squeezing between obviously Bermuda, and the U.S. coast, but. Depending on if it did actually become something strong, who knows? I mean, maybe it could cause rip current problems, but that's too far out in the line I'd like to look out for. But overall, yeah, the ECMWF, though, does show that, that system out there developing and possibly working its way at a very odd track. It almost does a complete 90-degree... It does, actually. It does a complete 90-degree angle, which is a little uncommon, a little weird. Obviously the model is a little bit off right now, but we'll just have to watch out for it. There's still a lot of unknowns. Like I said, I've mentioned this, guys. We don't know where the track of this thing's going to go. I mean, it could still pull north. It could still go east. I mean, we still don't know. I know there's a lot of people that are saying, yep, it's going to 100% go out there towards the Caribbean and pull out. It's not. I mean, it seems like that's a very consistent possibility, but a lot of the other models don't show that. A lot of the models just kind of have it sitting out there in the Central America, Southwest, Caribbean Sea. So, we don't know. Simply, we do not know if this thing is still going to do that. I mean, you can actually see, for example, the ECMWF goes crazy and doesn't have it going that way. But we'll have to see how that plays out overall. So that's the ECMWF. Now we have the CMC model next. This is the latest CMC. This is the 12 Zulu. 12 Zulu CMC model. Kind of slow development overall. Like I said, obviously, slow development overall here. Not too much information on that. But also, yeah, look at this. This system also as well. Or this model, I should say, also as well supports another possible, I'd say subtropical system that could form. That is interesting. So, like I said, we have that big amount of precipitation that's going to roll out there towards these regions here, out there towards Texas, Louisiana, and according to the models, I mean, it could hold up and maybe pull up there. That's something new. I'm just now starting to see on the models, which is definitely pretty interesting. But that's that. Then we have the Icon model next. This is the latest Icon model. Just kind of having slow development out there. So we'll have to look out there for overall. But we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out there for it. Let's see here. Crystal says we need some rain. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see here. Latex says, told you, Andrew. You told me what? Did you tell me something? Let's see here. Forecast for Toronto. Yeah, we don't have the much power to go out there for the most part. But I can tell you what, Toronto should definitely watch out there for later next week. We're talking towards the end of the week. As like I said, we're gonna have another big system roll through. Yeah, according to GFS, I mean this could be a beast of a storm. I mean, look at that pressure get down in the 970 range. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't trust the precipitation type yet, guys. So obviously you're seeing a lot of rain here. I still don't even trust this yet. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear with you guys. But I also do want to show you all this here. The temperatures, massive cool down coming through. I mean, look at that really sharp gradiented cold front. I mean, you can obviously tell where the cold front's at in this in particular image. See that big smooth line there? That's where your cold front is. So we're getting a bunch of cold air just driving its way to the southeast here. And like I said, the reason it's actually doing that there is because, we have ourselves the jet stream that's arced, in this type of fashion. So you can see how the little wind barbs, how the winds are going this way, and then they pull down to the southeast. Here, I'll go ahead and full screen this for y'all. But, that's definitely really interesting, in which, yeah, it's going to be pulling down some cold air. It's going to be pulling down some cool air out there across the country, which, definitely will be a nice little cool down for a little bit. But with that being said, though, it'll probably warm up across the south here, too. Probably will. Do I have any temperature anomalies, maybe? Let's see here. Temperature. Here we go. Temperature anomalies. So there we go. So this is, showing you, above and below average. Wow, look at that. So it's going to get pretty warm, as we mentioned beforehand, because we got that big ridging effect here. So look at this. So basically really here for the 13th, which is about a day away, almost, about a day and a half or so. But look at that. So a lot of the central country gets well above average in terms of precipitation out there. So it's going to be pretty warm for at least the next couple of days out there overall. But then, of course, we have that system that rolls through, which you can see then, definitely cools things down, to more below average for the most part out there, which is, definitely pretty interesting. Really driving that cold, those cold temperatures all the way down possibly to the deep southeast, maybe a lot cooler than typical for this time of the year. Some areas over 5 degrees cooler than normal, which is pretty crazy. Let's see here. Just wait till winter. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Did I know the National Weather Service is revamping the amount of snow for a winter storm warning? I did not. Nope, did not know that. Let's see. It's been a quiet 3 months, honestly. I haven't gotten a storm in a good long while. Yeah, no, it's been pretty quiet, at least for the last month. Not a whole lot going on, but that pattern's about to break, it looks like, which I guess is pretty good. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop our way over here, guys. I want to take a look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook real quickly before we move on again. Let's see here. We're going to start off here with the... Let's see here. Here we go. Precipitation through the next 6 to 10 days. So, yeah, a lot of the country you can see is in the green. So this is basically for next week to the week after, essentially. So basically 6 to 10 days out from now. So, when it comes to it, like I said, a lot of the country is highlighted in green, which means that, a lot of the country is going to be experiencing above average precipitation over the next couple of weeks, which is definitely going to be pretty good, especially down south, because we definitely need it. Out there towards the southwest, pretty dry too. It's really a lot of these areas that's really dry. I mean, most of these areas is really, really dry right now. So that's going to be good for the next 2 weeks or so. Regarding temperatures, though, like I said, it's going to be very warm, considering we're going to have that blocking high pressure there, mostly ridging across the central eastern country, which is going to lead to, obviously warmer temperatures as we get some more warm air advection driving into the country, which, obviously that's going to be, pretty warm, mostly clear conditions there at some points. 8 to 14 day, you can see how it kind of milds out a little bit. And actually across the west here for, days 8 to 14, so basically next 1 to 2 weeks or so, might get a little cool out there, a little cooler than normal across the west, and slightly warmer than normal across the central and eastern country, which is interesting. Let's see here. Any storms for Texas and Oklahoma, said Ricky? I don't see any main problems for severe weather anytime soon out there. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and hop our way over here to the main. Let's see. We're gonna actually, you know what? We're gonna hop to this view. Perfect. So yeah, now let's go take a look at the models here. The GFS regarding potential of severe weather. We'll have to see how this plays out here. So let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna hop over there right now. So with this upcoming system, it definitely affects, obviously, a bit of instability. Maybe a few storms out there towards the mid-Atlantic, but, it's still a little early. I don't like to look at it, severe weather this far out, but it doesn't seem like any massive severe weather event is going to be unfolding here overall. Yeah, it's honestly pretty quiet severe weather-wise, overall for the most part. I will tell you, though, the area that would probably see some like thunderstorm activity will probably be across like Florida, possibly here for like the 16th overall. Maybe a little bit of thunderstorm activity out there as we have some instability. So the purple is where the energy for thunderstorms exists, and so you can see obviously as we work our way to the main event, you can kind of see these really big wind barbs here. That's where your trough is at. So we have that big dip in the jet stream at this point given. There's limited amounts of instability out there, not a whole lot, not enough to cause any severe weather overall, so that's going to be pretty good news. At least that's what we are seeing now, but like I said, it is still early enough to where it can change, so we'll have to see how that pops off. I mean, yeah, sometimes you have these big events here, which they can, even with the smallest amount of instability, can spark severe weather. Considering just how strong these winds are blowing. Sometimes if you have really high shear, which we do in this case, once again, that big old dip in the jet stream here. Even the smallest amount of wind shear, the smallest amounts of instability could really kick off out there. Anyways, let's see here. Just being able to be here for a minute. See anything south of Boston regarding what? Snow, storms, rain, what? Yeah, south of Boston. With the system, though, I would watch out towards that region. I will tell you that. Look out for maybe a bit of, precipitation, obviously. In terms of precip type, we don't know. It could be snow. It could be rain. But I would expect a bit of precipitation out there. There's a slight risk for flash flooding tomorrow in southern Texas. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised there is. Honestly, I'm not surprised it's higher than that, to be honest with you. Let's actually look at that. Let's see here. Excessive rainfall outlook. Yep, there it is. So let's go and hop over there real quickly. So yeah, there it is right there. So across, yeah, that's out there towards Corpus Christi, really far south Texas. But yeah, that's another thing, guys, is that we're gonna be seeing a good amount of rain coming up here for a lot of the South, which, like I said, is very, very much needed. Very much needed. Let me go ahead and hop you guys back over here to the models overall. Let's see here. We're going to hop over here to... bear with me for a second. We're going to hop over here to precipitation and total precipitation. Here we go. Here we go. So when it comes down in time, so this is the GFS model. The GFS goes... Wow. GFS goes pretty nuts. But overall, it has some of those regions there between 2 and 4 inches across a lot of the coastal regions between, coastal Texas. Obviously, these regions there for the most part. So a lot of coastal Texas, coastal Louisiana. I mean, shoot, we could see between 2 and 4 inches maybe of rainfall. It shows a lot of rain out there towards out to sea, obviously, or out in the Gulf, I should say, the northern Gulf of Mexico. It does show really a lot of precipitation out in those regions, which is very interesting per se. Let's see here. The ECMWF, which is the European model, actually has fairly the same activity, maybe 2 to 4 inches of rainfall out there. But it really, yeah, this model, the Europeans' perspective, has this thing really amplifying across Louisiana, possibly even up over 4 inches, which is possible. Logan says, I want to know. I hear you. Let's see here. Joey says, Southeast Michigan, I have not gotten school off because of severe weather. Yeah, there's... Was that because of winter weather and stuff? Well, a lot of you guys are used to it up there for the most part. You know, a lot of people that, you know, are further down south don't experience it as much. Therefore, they don't know how to handle situation as well, if that makes sense. A lot of the people up north know how to handle it a lot better than the people that rarely get it overall. Let's see here. But anyways, see, I never see thunder snow. I want it. Yeah. I've seen it probably once or twice in my life, which it's, you know, it's not too common, but, you know, it happens. It happens. But anyways, let's see here. Let's go and hop back over here to precipitation. So, yeah, once again, you guys, this is, let's see here, forecast. That's what I want to do. WPC forecast. Here we go. So, the next 72 hours, y'all. Yeah, like I said, we're talking a good amount of rainfall. So, once again, if you live out there towards Texas, Louisiana, just heads up there. You know, just heads up out there, as we have got to, you know, keep an eye out there for it overall. But yeah, once again, you know, pretty good shot for a lot of precipitation out there, which is, you know, classic El Nino. I'm not gonna lie with y'all, this is a classic El Nino moment here. You know, considering how we are seeing, you know, that subtropical jet stream driving a lot of moisture in for the system here, which, you know, coming in clutch here. Let's see. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over here to the, let's see here. We're going to hop. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's see. We're going to go out towards the whole western side. Perfect. I'm going to go main screen. We're going to main screen that one too. So, yeah, your tropical jet stream is right here. It's kind of hard for y'all still to see that. Let's see here. I'm working on it. There we go. So yeah, there's your subtropical jet stream right there. So that's where all your moisture is coming from. So yeah, during El Nino, that's a classic scenario, classic scenario overall, because you get a lot of you know, a lot of precipitation across the equator, which all that works its way into the southern country, which, you know, that's classic signature of this system. You can actually start to see a little bit of precipitation out there towards like the upper elevations of Mexico right now too, which I believe is actually part of that system, that low pressure system that we're going to see that's going to impact you know, places out there, which is definitely pretty interesting. Let's see here, but anyways, hurricane season ends on the 30th. Yes, it does. See, I have a feeling that Connecticut will be mild again this winter. William, I actually respectfully disagree with you. Reason is like I said, you know, El Nino is always typically a typical heavy El Nino, which we're in a very strong El Nino. We do get some big snows out there towards these areas. You know, big nor'easters in the mid to late winter, I think. See, last year in Southeast Michigan, we had around 1/4 to almost 3/4 of an inch of ice. Some people had no power for a week. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, ice is no joke, y'all. You don't want to mess with any ice, that's for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, ice is, you know, a big problem. Only 6 more Saturdays until Christmas. I'm sorry. Some people might hate me for this, okay? It's too early to be celebrating Christmas. I'm sorry. We haven't even went through, like I said, Thanksgiving yet. It's not even Thanksgiving, and that's still not for, like, what, another 2 weeks? So it's like, we're still, like, what, over 40 days, I think, away from Christmas? It's a little too early for all that, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's okay to start celebrating after Thanksgiving, like the day after. That's whenever I'd say it's the earliest. You mean snow would start to pick up maybe mid-January? Yeah. No, honestly, January, February, obviously the main hearts of winter. I think that is when we're going to be experiencing a lot of the heaviest activity. Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Let's take a peek at the radar real quickly, y'all. So we got a bit of a wow. Look at that out there towards Lakeland. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Got a bit of stationary storm activity popping up out there towards Florida. I mean, we do got the little thunderstorms right out there. Let's see here. But yeah, apparently Florida's going to be getting some more rainfall. So my fellow Floridians out there, obviously, that'll be good for us. Let's see here. But anyways, but yeah, guys. I mean, we basically covered a lot of the things we need to. If there's any questions you all might have, feel free to let me know. Yeah, definitely let me know. Let's see here. What website was I using for instability? I was using 2 websites for instability. Yeah, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Let's see. Last Thanksgiving for marching band, we had perfect weather. No rain, no snow. Gotcha. Let's see here. Washington State always has a white Christmas. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially those upper elevations. You guys always hog the snow, no matter whatever pattern it's in. Pretty crazy. See here. Knight says, love the editing on your last video, bud. Thank you so much, Knight. Very, very, very much appreciated. Yeah, that video took me like 4 hours to make. It takes me a while, y'all. To make a 5-minute video, it takes me about 2 hours. And the video I did earlier, which was 12 minutes long, that took me about like 4 hours. I think I started at 8 and I didn't finish till 12. So it was, yeah. It was a while. It took a little bit. Let's see here. How's hurricane season 2024 looking? Too far to tell. It's too far to tell. I know there's a lot of people who say this is what's going to happen that far, but that's like a long ways away. It's hard forecasting in the immediate future, yet alone forecasting several months, over a half a year out. Like that's, I've looked into it, and it's more of a game of luck. I've seen. More of like, quote unquote, educated guessings, essentially. Let's see. Lower Ohio Valley saw above average snowfall during 2015-2016 El Nino. Yeah, so did the Mid-Atlantic too, for sure. That's when we had, 2016 is when I had that big storm up there in Virginia. Which, yeah, that would definitely be a similar type of, definitely a similar type of, scenario this year, possibly. We'll see. Let's see here. Am I still doing the forecast on the green screen? Yeah, I did that one this morning. I did one scene, but I'm thinking of what I'm going to start doing with that. I kind of like I like the green screen for some things, but I like the sitting at the desk part for some other. Let's see here. Sorry, Mr. Stream. I'm saying hi. What's up, Mary? Hope you're doing good. Why does it take so long to make those tapes? So for the videos, I have to, first of all, come up with a plan. I need to decide what we're going to talk about in the video, so I need to sketch all that down. So I need to come up with the idea of what we're going to do. I need to record. I don't do it flawlessly in one time. Trust me, I have to sometimes redo. Sometimes I have to re-record some segments. I put those segments, I edit them, put them all together. Then after that, that takes most of the time. Then after that, I have to export the video. I have to make a thumbnail. I have to come up with the title. I have to write the description. I have to post a thumbnail. I have to wait for the video to upload and then post it. So between preparing, writing things down like a draft, recording it, all of that stuff, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a long process. Let's see here. But anyways, yeah, it's definitely a long process overall. But anyways, but like I said, y'all, once again, you guys, seriously though, out across the next couple of days, y'all, here for the central country, it is going to be very warm for you guys. We have that ridging, we have that, mostly high pressure across those regions. A lot of warm conditions can be expected across the central country. So expect that, possibly up into the central northern plains even in some areas. But don't expect that to last for long because, once that big storm system rolls through, we were talking about here overall, like I said, you're going to see a big temperature shift here overall, in which you can actually see how, it can actually see how things are going to change overall. Let's see here. Can I do WSV3? For what? Polar Vortex says they are saying good chance for Northern Lights places tonight. Cloud cover, northeast. Interesting. I didn't know. Is there another solar storm happening? Well, let's look, actually. Let's go and take a look at that. Let's see. So we have... I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with this. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go GFS. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to need something more high-res for tonight. HRRR. That'll work. United States, U.S. Let's see. We're going to go satellite, clouds, moisture. Where are you at? There you are. Cloud layers. Okay, so where are these going to be visible at, you said? You said the northeast, right? Looks like some upper level cloud covers clear, lower level cloud covers kind of scattered. Same thing for total. Yeah, total cloud cover is what you want to look for. It's taking all elevations into consideration. So that map up here you guys want to look at. I mean, it looks relatively clear for the most part, except out there towards like the Great Lakes coastal areas. That's where it's a little cloudy, it looks like. You know, for that, it'd probably be better just to look at the actual satellite view, current view. Because, yeah, I think that's the best bet. Let's see here. We're going to look out there. Let's see. Regional, northeast. Got to full screen this for you guys, make it look a little better. Low level water vapor. Oh, here we go. Bingo. Yeah, no, it does look like there is a bit of cloud cover out on the west sides. So, I mean, unless you're out there by like, if you're out there by like, you know, the eastern side, you know, towards the coastal New England, then you probably have the best chance out there. Let's see here, Space Weather Prediction Center. Let's see here. Oh wow, G2. Wow. Okay, so it's a moderate one. Let's see here. Oh yeah, CME right there. See that big burst? Wow. Gotta love the GOES satellites. They're so neat. Here's the forecast, Aurora forecast for you guys. Y'all can see it down here. I'm gonna pause that guy for a minute. Let's see here. Polar vortex says bummer. Yeah. Been waking up early because we were moving. Oh, I just went through that process, Mary. I know exactly what you're talking about. So you have a really high probability of seeing the aurora across the green, but that's where it's like right above you, I believe. Yeah, so for the most part, like I said, back over at the satellite view, though, it looks pretty cloudy, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Time to pull out the shades here. My eyes are... got some eye problems. Always kind of have. If you guys are wondering. Let's see here. So in between 1 and 2 inches of snow, some spots getting closer to 3. Wet? What are you talking about? Where? Let's see here. I heard Minnesota can, let's see, warm winter. Possibly, Rudy. Yeah. Yeah, up there towards the north. We're going to hop back over here. So, yeah, up there towards the north. Let's see here. I did make a whole winter video if you guys want to look at that winter forecast video. But, yeah, a lot of these areas up here is going to be warmer and less precipitation. And a lot of areas down here is going to be cooler and more precipitation. No aurora is visible for Cincinnati, I guess. Probably not. You know, typically G2s, I believe, only go up towards like the really northern sides of the states. Let's see here. Where's the snow happening? Because let's see here. I just got on, and I am from Wisconsin, and it's really cold here. So, let's see here. So there was that little itty bitty amount of precipitation, a little bit of let's see here, snowfall out there towards like northern Wisconsin. You know, just north of Wausau, Wisconsin here. So, oh, you know what? Probably need to switch my scene over here. You probably, yeah, I'd probably hope if you guys could see. But yeah, anyways, but look at that. So a little bit of precipitation, a little bit of snowfall accumulation between 1 and 2 inches of snowfall, even for the western side of, yeah, even for the western sides here of, like I said, upper state Michigan. Could maybe see a little bit. You know, I'm actually curious to look at the models on that system. Let's see what is specific. When is the timing of that? That's what I want to know. Oh, okay. So apparently it's happening now. Actually, yeah. Apparently it's snowing a bit right now. Huh. That's interesting. Let's see here. So we're gonna actually look at the radar then. Oh yeah, I can see it actually. Hold on, we're gonna look over here, guys. I might even be able to pull up some cameras. Depends on how good the sites are up here, but yeah, precipitation type. Yeah, that white, that's snow. Interesting. So yeah, between like 1 and 2 inches of snow, it looks like there's possible up there. But yeah, let me look out there and see if I have any cameras up in Wisconsin. I think I have Wisconsin selected here. Pretty sure. I got Massachusetts. That's too far. Here we go, Wisconsin. Let's see if it's actually good cameras or not. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna have any good ones to show. Hold on, my Google is having a bit of a stroke right now. I have to bear with me for a minute, guys. Give me a second while I fix this. Here we go. All right. Yeah, let's look at some cameras. So this is like the most northern camera I got. At least I don't see anything on it. Oh, yeah, even as the car passed by, I can't really see much. Is it snowing in Wausau? No, I think this. Yeah, well, it's the snow line's like right there though. It looks like. Let's see, let's try this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Was that snow? I thought I saw snow in the preview. Maybe not. It snowed a bit earlier. Gotcha. But yeah, no, you guys up there could probably experience maybe a little bit snowfall. Except we're talking maybe 1 to 2 inches overall. Yeah, these cameras aren't the best quality, unfortunately. This is pointing north towards the snow, though, it looks like, so. But it doesn't look like there's much here, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, that's like the most northern camera we got. Is there any more snow? Let's see here. Got a big thing out there towards, where's this at? Is that Eau Claire? Yeah, east of Eau Claire, we got a bit of a system. Yeah, there's no cameras out. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, like I said, that's basically all we got here. Maybe this one. This one we can kind of see on a little bit. Anyways. See here, hope winter gets here soon, says Rain. Yeah, we're getting closer, I can tell you that one. We still got all this month to go through. You know, winter doesn't really start cranking in full effect until like late December into January and February. So yeah, it definitely still got a little bit of time before the big stuff happens, you know. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But, all right, guys. Well, I think we are probably going to be rolling off here soon, considering, like I said, we've been live here for about an hour. We covered basically, you know, pretty much all we have, you know, all the latest updates and stuff like that. You know, so really not much has changed since, you know, the video I put out earlier, except for the probability of tropical formation has increased from a 30 to a 40% chance from the Hurricane Center. Also, the European model is supporting more of a tropical storm, maybe hurricane ordeal. We'll see. GFS is going crazy as always. Yeah, that's pretty much all the new updates and stuff like that. So your Go West is thanks. You're very welcome. You guys are very welcome. Like I said, I'm glad to help you guys. And if there's anything we can do before we head off here, like I said, to help you guys out regarding anything, if there's anything y'all are worried about, if there's anything that you guys need help with, if there's a question that you have regarding the weather, regarding whatever you need to know, let me know before we head off here, and I will try to help you out to my best ability. I will definitely do that. And also, guys, I will say, if you do have any questions when we're off streaming, join our Discord. It's down in the description, so you guys can check that out and join us there. Which, like I said, if you have any questions after that stream, then that's how you do that. That's how you do that overall. Let's see here. Crystal says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Crystal. Appreciate it. Mary says, bye, Andrew. Have an awesome night. You too. You too. See, we don't hear anything about Acapulco, Mexico. Yeah, I haven't heard much about it after that hurricane we did, or that we watched. Apparently it was pretty bad. Apparently, I seen some images afterwards. I can't really share any of them, but it was not very good, unfortunately. Yeah, I think like a couple dozen people lost their lives from it too. I mean, it was bad. I mean, that was a population area of like 1 million people, and we had that Cat 5, which is crazy. Green Tea says, where's the storm hitting? Which one? The potential crazy storm across the main country, or the one for the tropics? If you're talking about the one for the tropics, we really don't know still. A lot of people are saying it's going to go over the Caribbean, which, I mean, it's possible, obviously, but I'm not going to say anything yet until we get a solid foundation from a lot of the models agreeing on it. But in terms of the other big system, the big trough across the country, it will be mostly impacting the northern plains, upper Ohio Valley, northeast, I think. But we'll see. See how that plays out. See a long road to recovery? Absolutely. Absolutely. Unfortunately. But, all right, you guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wind down here, y'all. Let's see here. TRG said over 45 deaths. Wow. So, yeah, that's crazy. Last I heard on that was like 20-something. I really haven't heard much about it, which is crazy. That is definitely not good. But, the good news is what I will say, is that since the population density was so high, though, I'm surprised it wasn't more, which I'm very thankful for, obviously. And, like I said, it's very unfortunate about the people who did lose their lives from that storm. But, I mean, for a Cat 5 hitting a major city with over 1 million people in it, like, wow. That's crazy. But, yeah, no, they have a lot of recovering to do, and it's going to take a long time, it looks like. Nearly 60 people still missing. Yeah, so that's going to increase. Unfortunately, I mean, if they haven't been found by this point, kind of losing hope, unfortunately. But anyways, all right, you guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and roll off here. Once again, thank you all for joining us. I gotta give a big shout out to Stacy today for the super chat. Thank you so much, Stacy. Really appreciated. Thank you so much. Ponderosa says, what city was it? It was Acapulco, which was in Mexico. See, I'm getting an extra hour of sleep. I hear you. As soon as I get off here, I'm probably going to crash, because I have been up since 5 a.m. I've been up since 5 a.m., which I am super tired. I've had a long day today, so I'm going to head off here, get some sleep, and then I think I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a green screen one. Today's video is just one part green screen, but I'm going to be doing probably another video similar to what I did today, at least until all this mess is all, until all this mess is, kind of worked out overall, I should say. But all right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and head off here. Let's see here. Bye, Andrew and Kitty. Yeah, my kitty's in the other room right now. She's she's in there with my mom. So, but all right, you guys. Well, you all take care. We love you all. Please be safe out there. Like I said, we'll continue to give you guys information on those two systems. Obviously, the tropics and national system, I should say, the one that's gonna be, potentially winter weather producing, and doubtful, but maybe severe weather producing. We'll see. But all right, guys. Well, y'all take care. The stream's gonna head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say your final goodbyes, y'all, to your friends and family, anybody hanging out in the chat you're hanging out with. So go ahead and say your final goodbyes. And once again, we'll do a video tomorrow. I plan on it anyways. If not, definitely a live stream. I do plan on, and all of that fun stuff. But all right. Well, you guys take care. Once again, we love y'all. Please be safe out there, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Once again, peace out, my friends. See you then.